Well, it's Wednesday. It's going to be story day again. And I know some of us started school. Preschool started this week. Regular school started last week. And we might hear this evening, but I hope you had a great day at school. And we're going to read a story about Joseph. Joseph had many hard times. His brothers sold him to a group of traders. He was taken to Egypt, far away from his family, and was put into jail, even though he hadn't done anything wrong. Joseph thought, how long will I be here? I didn't break any laws, but I'm in jail. He sighed. At least I know God will help me. Many months later, two men who had worked for Pharaoh were put into jail. One morning, Joseph overheard them talking. One man said, "What does it mean?" "I have no idea, but I hope I never have to have a dream like that again. It was terrible." The other man said, "Mine was too," the first man replied. Joseph asked, "What's wrong?" They answered, "We had very unusual dreams last night. We wondered what they mean." Joseph said, "Tell me your dreams. I can explain them." The men described them to Joseph. God helped Joseph explain their dreams to them. 2 years later, Joseph was still in jail. One of the men Joseph had helped was with Pharaoh, and Pharaoh told him, "I had a very scary dream last night. I wonder what it means." The man remembered Joseph and told Pharaoh about Joseph's way of explaining dreams. Pharaoh asked Joseph to be brought to him. He told Joseph, "First, I dreamed I was standing by the Nile River, and out came 7 healthy, fat cows. They were eating grass, and then 7 ugly, sick, very skinny cows came and ate the fat cows." Pharaoh continued, "Then in another dream, 7 plump, healthy ears of corn grew on corn stalks. Then 7 thin, rotten, unhealthy ears grew and ate the healthy ones." God helped Joseph, and Joseph could tell the Pharaoh what his dreams meant. They mean that for 7 years, Egypt will have plenty of food. Then there will be 7 years when there is not enough, and people will go hungry. Pharaoh knew something had to be done. He put Joseph in charge of the whole country. Joseph saved food for 7 years, getting ready for the 7 years when there would be a shortage of food. Where there wasn't enough food in many countries, the people of Egypt had plenty. God had helped Joseph know what needed to be done. With God's help and love, Joseph did well, even through the worst of times. We're going to continue our story. Joseph helps his family. God always watched over Joseph. God spoke to Joseph in dreams, and Joseph used this knowledge to plan ahead. When the famine came, people from all over came to find food for their families because they had heard that Joseph had saved up for 7 years. Even Joseph's brothers traveled to Egypt to find food. But it had been such a long time since they had seen each other, the brothers didn't recognize Joseph. Joseph kept a secret of who he was from his brothers for a while. But soon he couldn't wait any longer. Joseph finally told them that who he was. "I am your brother Joseph, who you sold to the Egyptian traders. Don't feel bad anymore because God sent me ahead of you so that I could save people, including you. The famine is going to last for many years, so hurry back to our father and tell him that I am safe. I want you to bring your families and your children and all your sheep and goats to live near me." Once Joseph's brothers saw who he was, they all hugged each other and cried. They jumped up and down with relief and joy. Joseph and his brothers talked and talked. The brothers talked from the time the sun came up to the time the sun went down. When the Pharaoh heard that Joseph's brothers had come, he told Joseph, "Tell them to get everyone in your family. I will give them the best land in Egypt to call their own." Joseph gave his brothers wagons, food, and new clothes, and they went back to their father and told him the good news. Joseph is still alive. He's the ruler of all Egypt. Everyone danced when they heard the news. This is all I could ask for, Joseph's father said. Now I will see my son again. Let's get moving. Joseph's family all moved to Egypt, but the brothers were worried. What if Joseph is still angry with us? We were so awful to him. What can we do? The brothers went to Joseph and said, Here we are. We don't deserve to be your brothers anymore, so we will be your slaves. But Joseph said to them, Don't be silly. I'm your brother no matter what. Even though you planned something bad to happen to me, God turned it into something good. You know, sometimes bad things happen and we don't know why. And sometimes God can take those bad things and bring good out of them. But sometimes we don't always get to see the good. But I know that we have a promise from Jesus that someday all things will be made good, and all our hurt and all of our sadness will go away, and we'll be filled with joy. But what I like to do every day is try to spend the day looking for the good things, looking for the good in people, the good in things. And maybe my life goes a little better when I do that. So you have a good day. And I hope you have fun in school. And know I'm praying for you every day. God bless. Goodbye.